Have you ever tried minimalism, only to feel overwhelmed, stuck, or like it's just not working for you? Don't worry, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into the most common beginner mistakes in minimalism and, more importantly, how to avoid them. If you've ever thought, why does everyone else make this look so easy? This video is for you. The reality of minimalism. Minimalism is often portrayed as this perfect, serene lifestyle, but the truth is, it's not always simple, especially when you're just starting out. Mistakes are part of the process, and the key is learning from them. In this video, we'll explore 7 beginner mistakes that can derail your minimalist journey and how you can sidestep them for a smoother, more rewarding experience. Mistake 1: decluttering everything all at once. Many beginners dive into minimalism by trying to declutter their entire house in a weekend. Sounds ambitious, right? But it's also the fastest way to burn out. The fix: start small, one drawer, one shelf, or one category at a time. Celebrate small wins to build momentum. Pro tip: instead of asking, what should I get rid of? Ask, what do I truly need? This shift in mindset makes the process more intentional. Mistake 2: confusing minimalism with aesthetics. Scrolling through Instagram or Pinterest, it's easy to think minimalism is all about white walls and perfectly curated spaces. But minimalism isn't a design trend, it's a mindset. The fix: focus on functionality and what works for your lifestyle, not just what looks good. Remember, minimalism is about simplifying your life, not achieving a specific aesthetic. Judge, a friend of mine, once spent hundreds of dollars on minimalist decor only to realize it added more clutter to his life. He learned that minimalism starts with purpose, not purchases. Mistake 3: setting unrealistic expectations. Expecting to become a perfect minimalist overnight can lead to frustration. Minimalism is a journey, not a race. The fix: be patient with yourself. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Reflection: think of minimalism as a practice, like yoga or meditation. It evolves over time. Mistake 4: letting guilt guide your decisions. Ever feel guilty about keeping something you don't use but can't bear to let go of? That guilt can make minimalism feel like a chore instead of a joy. The fix: give yourself permission to keep sentimental items if they truly bring you happiness. Focus on decluttering the easy items first, things you know you don't need. Pro tip: it's okay to take a break and revisit difficult items later. Minimalism isn't about forcing yourself. Mistake 5: comparing yourself to others. Minimalism looks different for everyone, but beginners often fall into the trap of comparison. You might think, if I don't live in a tiny house or own only 30 items, am I doing this wrong? The fix: define what minimalism means for you. Your journey doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It just has to work for you. Example: Judge once told me, "My minimalism is about simplifying my mornings, not my entire house." That perspective helped me focus on what mattered most to me. Mistake 6: focusing only on stuff. Minimalism isn't just about decluttering your home, it's also about decluttering your time, your mind, and your commitments. The fix: look at all areas of your life where you feel overwhelmed, your schedule, your inbox, even your relationships. Simplify one area at a time to create more balance and clarity. Pro tip: a minimalist mindset can apply to how you spend your energy, not just your money. Mistake 7: thinking minimalism is one size fits all. Minimalism is deeply personal. What works for one person might not work for another. The fix: adapt minimalism to fit your unique circumstances and values. Experiment with different approaches until you find what feels right. Example: for Judge, minimalism meant reducing his wardrobe to essentials, while for me, it meant simplifying my digital clutter. Both approaches were equally valid. Conclusion: embrace your own minimalist journey. Minimalism isn't about perfection, it's about creating a life that feels lighter, freer, and more intentional. By avoiding these beginner mistakes, you'll be well on your way to making minimalism work for you. Which of these mistakes have you experienced? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more tips on minimalism, frugal living, and simplifying your life.